Rob Reiner and his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, compiled into a detailed long-form article. Rob Reiner and Michele Singer Reiner, a tragic end to an iconic life. Hollywood mourns. Legendary filmmaker and actor Rob Reiner, long celebrated as one of Hollywood's most influential storytellers, and his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, were found dead on Sunday, December 14, 2025, at their home in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. The couple's deaths are being investigated as an apparent double homicide, and the news has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and beyond. Discovery of the deaths, emergency call and police response. Shortly after 3:30 p.m. local time on Sunday, paramedics and Los Angeles Fire Department units responded to a medical aid call at a residence on Chadbourne Avenue in Brentwood. Once inside, first responders discovered the bodies of two people, later identified as Rob Reiner, 78, and his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, 68. The Los Angeles Police Department immediately launched a death investigation, which has since escalated into a homicide investigation led by the LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division. Authorities have not yet publicly identified any suspects or made arrests. What officials have confirmed and cause of death and initial findings. Law enforcement sources and preliminary reports indicate that both Rob and Michele Reiner sustained fatal stab wounds, though detailed medical examiner results, including the official cause and manner of death, are still pending. Los Angeles police have stated that there were no immediate signs of forced entry, and at least one family member is being interviewed as part of the investigation. Officials have not yet confirmed how the victims were found or whether the crime scene has yielded clear evidence of motive. A family in shock. Reiner and Singer were discovered by a family member at the residence, and ongoing law enforcement activity around the property, including interviews with relatives, underscores the complexity of the case. Sources quoted by some outlets have suggested that the couple's son may be a person of interest, though authorities have not confirmed this publicly. Investigations into such sensitive matters continue behind closed doors. Rob Reiner. Life, legacy, and career and early years and rise to fame. Born Robert Norman Reiner in 1947 to celebrated entertainer Carl Reiner and singer-actress Estelle Reiner, Rob Reiner carved out his own towering legacy in Hollywood. He first rose to national prominence as Mike "Meathead" Stivic on the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family in the 1970s, earning 2 Emmy Awards for his performance. A storied directing career, Reiner later transitioned into directing, helming an array of beloved and critically acclaimed films that have left an indelible mark on cinema. His directorial credits include This is Spinal Tap, 1984, Stand By Me, 1986, The Princess Bride, 1987, When Harry Met Sally, 1989, A Few Good Men, 1992. These films span genres from comedy to drama, and many continue to be celebrated for their storytelling, character depth, and cultural impact. Michele Singer Reiner. Partner in life. Michele Singer Reiner was known as a photographer and producer, and over the decades, she was a consistent presence alongside Reiner at industry events, screenings, and philanthropic causes. The couple married in 1989 and shared 3 children together, Jake, Nick, and Romy. Industry and public reaction. News of the Reiners' deaths has provoked an outpouring of grief across Hollywood and beyond. California Governor Gavin Newsom expressed heartbreak at the tragic loss. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass called the deaths a devastating loss for our city and our country. Former U.S. leaders and entertainment figures also shared tributes, celebrating Reiner's creative contribution and advocacy for social causes. Several contemporaries of Reiner, including comedians and longtime collaborators, were seen at or near the scene of the investigation, visibly distraught. Ongoing investigation. Authorities have confirmed that the case is an active homicide investigation. The LAPD Robbery Homicide Division is overseeing the inquiry. Investigators are focusing on establishing a timeline, motive, and any evidence that could identify a suspect or suspects, and all arrests have been announced to date, and officials continue to withhold details on any persons of interest or forensic findings. Local law enforcement has urged the public and media to allow the investigation to proceed without speculation pending further official updates. A legacy and a loss. The sudden and violent deaths of Rob Reiner and Michele Singer Reiner represent not just a personal tragedy for a prominent family, but also a cultural shock for millions of fans around the world. Reiner's body of work, spanning acting, directing, producing, and activism, made him a household name and a significant voice in American film and television for over half a century. As investigations continue and more facts emerge, public interest remains intense, with many awaiting answers about what truly happened at the Brentwood home that Sunday afternoon.